You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the number one podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, party people, we are back. Episode 2, Season 3. I'm your host, Eli.
Yes.
This is my dad, co-host. I don't know how to really pronounce you sometimes.
Dad, co-host. What up, podcast world? Welcome to another
it.
episode of The Wait. We are in the building in full effect.
Season 3.
So, Season 3.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We had a good show last week.
Yeah,
How you
man.
feeling?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
We had a little Sunday get-together with some friends.
Absolutely.
I got my cousin in the building.
Yeah, 7 is in the building. We're going to clap that up immediately. Came through to show a little love.
Yeah, came through. Should be fun. Watch some football games.
Yeah.
Played Spider Man 2K. Talk about that a little later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
You know, we got some news and culture stuff.
Okay, all right, so let's get right down to it and tell us what's going on out here.
So, week 1 review. Let's go into the Eagles and Falcons game.
Eagles and Falcons games. That was the Thursday night game.
Yeah, that was the Thursday night game.
That kicked off the season.
Right.
Okay.
That was a kick in the opener.
So what'd you think?
I thought Nick Foles and the offense of the Eagles played like the Super Bowl with the whole Wildcat type of
A lot of trickery. Okay.
And he's a starter in this league. He's not an elite quarterback, but he's a starter. So he's performing for a different team out there, you know.
So now he's auditioning for another team.
Right.
Because, you know, Wentz, they said Wentz might be back this week.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Understandable.
Some people are saying that he might need an extra week or two, but if he comes back this week.
No, that's understandable. We said anyway 2 to 3 weeks anyway for that knee injury to recover.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing. Foles had an opportunity to go play with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, but it's Cleveland. No
Listen,
no disrespect, because y'all did that thing this week, but it's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland, but they can't lose forever. You know what I mean?
And they already drafted Baker Mayfield earlier that night, so they don't really need
right. But
Foles.
I'm just saying, had Foles went there, they may have been able to take Foles and then take Saquon Barkley or something, and then go get the corner. You see what I'm saying?
That's too much work.
It ain't too much work.
I don't know what order of the draft you were talking about just now.
It's not the order of the draft. Listen, don't trade the number 1 pick. Don't spend the number 1 pick on Baker.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying just trade for Foles.
Right.
Then with the number 1 pick, go get Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Then with the number 4 pick, go get your corner.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Right?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes more sense. My bad.
So, but in any event, Foles, it wasn't a lot of action in the game. It was a lot of calls.
It was a lot of calls, but I believe they're only doing a lot of like flag calls for this first month.
Okay.
Then they're gonna review it and see if it's slowing down the game, speeding up the game. Okay, like certain calls is like unnecessary.
Okay.
So we'll fall back on that because you know it's a few new rules this season. So
right. So they gonna use the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's a prototype
to kind of see and gauge where the league is.
It's a prototype.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that. I thought the Falcons looked like they're in trouble.
No, I just think the Matt Ryan needs to figure out the chemistry between him and Julio Jones.
It's only the chemistry in the end zone because all game long, Julio Jones is catching the ball.
He is.
But it appears that later on,
and Julio Jones
in the end zone, he's 1 for 20.
Yeah, in the last
Julio in the end zone.
Last two seasons.
And Julio is your big time receiver, so that's a little disgusting.
And he's a beast. Like he looks skinny, but he's strong. He's a monster truck.
Absolutely, absolutely. He gets it done, and so the Falcons look like they have regressed.
Yeah, but they did put up a little bit of fight until the second half. And
right, but they regressed because they were in the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago.
Right.
And we kind of thought Matt Ryan had figured some things out.
But technically, when we look at certain teams like the Panthers and Falcons, we always say that was like a miracle season.
Yeah. It was
You know,
kind of
like you say, every season, any other team that wasn't, really good, like a 5-11 can automatically.
absolutely. The NFL is the only league that you can go from worst to first.
Right.
In one season with a couple of draft picks and get that done.
Definitely.
What is the other games of the week? We covered about 3 or 4 of them.
We have the Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs and Chargers. Now, this was a really good game.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this game here.
Your rookie that you picked last week showed out.
Their home, or the home, or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with names. It's not my show. All right, Mahomes. They were high on him in the draft last year.
Yeah, last year.
They moved up and took him at number 5 in the draft.
Right.
He got a chance to sit behind Alex Smith and learn the game, even though some people on the team thought he was ready last year.
Right.
And they said the way this kid was firing the ball, and he came out.
He showed it. He showed it Sunday.
Immediately, man. He threw a cross route pass to
Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Boom.
And it was.
And that's gonna be a great duo.
That's gonna be a great duo. Absolutely.
And Hill had just returned a kick return, like the
first kick return for a touchdown.
Right.
So he's an all-purpose kind of guy.
Right. And their defense is outstanding. They've been 17-2 in the last since 2015 in the AFC West.
Oh wow. Okay, so they get it done in the AFC West.
Yeah, they destroy that.
Okay, and who they were playing the Chargers, and the Chargers looked a little confused.
Yeah.
Is it time for Rivers to hang it up?
No, I mean I don't really know his age, but I do know.
Didn't him and Eli come in together? Same draft,
yeah,
right?
Same draft, so 37.
So it's kind of maybe like.
Yeah, I mean I would give him a better shot.
I think he's a better quarterback than Eli, even though Eli has the jewelry.
Yeah.
But they don't look.
But I would give him a better shot than like Ben Roethlisberger, because I feel like Ben is like kind of on the fence about his career right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you mean from his perspective? Because Ben is like 6'8".
No, yeah.
He's like a linebacker, you know.
Not his body size. I'm not worried about, but I'm talking about in terms of his mindset. He doesn't really feel like because he's always on the fence. Like,
but Ben has 2 rings, right?
Yeah.
So Ben is good. If Ben walk away,
he been to 3.
He's the one out that draft class. Rivers is the one that doesn't have a ring.
Right, out that draft class. Rivers is the only one. That's Malcolm. He's chiming in here.
Yeah.
Hey, Malik 7, feel free to chime in anytime. We have an open piece here going.
Right.
So I think they're in trouble. You picked the Chargers to win this division.
I did.
I picked the Kansas City
I'm still
Chiefs,
sticking with it because it's the first week of the football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Week 1.
No need
but
to panic.
And the defense is going to be one of the best defense in the AFC.
The Chargers.
Okay.
And my man Perry from the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Berry didn't even play last week.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind as he, they want to be precautious with his injury.
Right, because I think he had torn his Achilles.
So he'll be back next week.
Last year, right.
So look for their defense to be shored up too.
Right.
So that was a pretty good game, and the score of that game, I believe, was 33-17. The Chiefs pulled that one out.
Yeah.
The first game was 18-12. I believe Eagles beat the Falcons.
Yeah, 18-12, 28-38, Chiefs. And then, Sorry, the way you wrote the score on the paper.
It's a little weird. Yeah,
it was a little weird. I don't know.
So what other game do we have?
Let's go with the Packers and Bears.
And Bears.
That was actually the best game of the night.
Yeah, that was. Oh, give me your opinions on what you thought early. And then what you thought late, because Aaron is a bad man.
Okay, so going into the game, I thought,
literally the best quarterback in the league. Way better than Tom Brady.
You're tripping.
Way better. It's not even close.
You're tripping.
But continue.
Yet my guy has 5. He has 1. And he hasn't been in like 8 years. Bro,
don't matter. Robert Horry in the NBA has 7 rings. 7. No. We never consider him to be anything. Okay.
That was false equivalent.
Right. Okay. Anyway, going into the game, I thought that the Bears defense was gonna get aggressive because they had Khalil Mack
and go after Aaron Rodgers.
Right. And the rookie linebacker that they drafted. So I'm thinking, and I'm like, as long as Mike Trubisky can handle their defense and just
manage the game,
right.
Dink and dunk.
This is what we always say.
Yeah.
And it was looking good because Rodgers had got hurt like late into the first quarter, and then they brought him back
and
up.
they carted him off.
Right.
And looked bad.
Right.
Really looked bad.
And then Mac had like one of the best first halves in NFL history with a forced fumble, pick six,
sacks. Yeah, he was going off.
And he had one more other thing.
Did you think he was sending the Raiders a message? Because he got to Chicago, he didn't even get a chance to really practice with the team.
Absolutely.
So
that's going to hurt them. We already said that last week.
Yeah,
that's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
This season.
Yeah.
And it was looking like they were going to win because they was up
20-0.
20-0. They had got a field goal, and I believe in the second quarter.
Second half.
Okay, he came back. Right, came back in the second half. Right, and that man got paid for.
Ooh, boy,
he did what he
because I tuned that game out. It was 20-0. I was like, And then all of a sudden, I started following my Twitter line, and they was like, "Yo, son,
he scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter."
And let me tell you, listen, one of these touchdowns. First of all, this is why I say he's the best on the planet. Right? He looks this safety off from 40 yards out. Right? He cuts back. He stares down the safety. Right? He ain't worried about nothing coming. He stares him down. He pumps. Right. The safety slides. He hits money for like a 45-yard ball. Yeah. Right?
And then
only one man on the planet can do that, Aaron Rodgers. Then, right? Late in the game, watch this. Late in the game, they need a touchdown. Mm-hmm. They're down 23-17. They need a touchdown to win this thing, right? And he shifts just enough in the pocket and has the wherewithal to throw the ball, not where his man could just catch it, catch it and accelerate up the field, knowing that he had also looked the safety off, and the field was wide open, and the dude scores a touchdown.
You overthought that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You're overanalyzing it.
I'm not overanalyzing it. Let me explain to you. I saw them do the illustration on the TV, so it is exactly how I saw it, right? And, I think Chicago had a chance to come back down and get a field goal.
Chicago's going to be a problem.
Yeah, they wasn't a problem the other night, right?
Obviously.
Aaron Rodgers has so many fourth quarter comebacks. His poise is just like nothing I've ever seen.
Yet Tom Brady owns
maybe Peyton Manning. Maybe Peyton was right there.
Yet Tom Brady owns all the comebacks.
Maybe Drew Brees. Just naming a few other great quarterbacks. Maybe Rivers, just throwing a few guys out there who might be able to make that kind of play.
Okay, all right.
So that was a good game.
I do like Chicago's potential.
I do as well. I think Trubisky, he just needs to manage the game a little bit more.
Right.
I think when Khalil, because they had him on a play count too, like he only got like 50 snaps.
Right.
When he gets in and get acclimated to what it is that they want him to do along with the rookie,
right.
I believe that they're going to be able to put pressure on defenses, but they're in a tough division.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah, the Vikings are good now.
The Vikings are good. The Packers are good. Not the Lions. The Lions, not so much. Yeah, we'll talk about them in a few.
They don't have to worry about the Lions. But
so that was the game of the week for me as well.
He did what he had to do to get. That's what they paid him for.
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
Absolutely.
Isn't it the highest paid ever at quarterback?
Yeah, he got a lot of money.
Wow, they paid really good guys. They usually only pay the best that kind of money. But go ahead, yeah. What else?
Okay. Let's go to the Raiders and Rams.
Raiders and Rams.
Now I watched
Gruden's coaching debut after 10 years of being on the side.
Right. I watched the first 3 quarters of it. It was a defensive game. Derek Carr was struggling. Goff was struggling.
But Derek Carr threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, but I believe that was in the third to fourth.
No, he threw 4 interceptions in that game. They had 5 interceptions. They brought the rookie in, and he threw the 5th interception. But he had 4 interceptions and no touchdowns. Man, so those numbers are embarrassing. I could have did that.
Yeah, I mean,
I literally could have did that. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I could have did that.
I probably lost count. That's why I kind of forgot. I mean, I saw the first one.
And like you said,
it's not that bad.
The first half of the game was competitive, and it seemed like the Rams went to another level after halftime.
And I thought because he threw 4, but the score didn't really change that much
Right,
at the
right.
time.
So he didn't. Right, they didn't benefit off a lot of the turnovers.
Right,
And then they just blew it out.
Yeah, and then in the second half, Goff calmed down.
And
Thinking,
began to
right.
execute.
Began to execute.
And Todd Gurley was eating.
Right.
He was eating.
And yeah, I think John Gruden. I don't want to say he's in over his head because this is his first game.
He knows the game. He knows the game. One game doesn't make a season.
Marshawn Lynch looks good. Sorry.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch looked very good.
Yeah.
He carried 5 guys into the end zone. That was truly beast mode.
Yeah.
And I think the Khalil Mack trade will hurt them.
Yeah, I think psychologically right now they're not adjusted to it.
Right.
In terms of the defense and overall the team.
And that might have split the team. That might have, it's sort of like when
with the Seahawks when PK should have gave the ball to Marshawn.
Absolutely. And the team was never the same after that.
Right.
I don't want to say that so early, but Khalil Mack got players in that locker room who cared for him.
Right.
And they're like, who's this new guy to come in?
And then on top of that, you had the perfect deal because you had Khalil Mack on defense, you had Marshawn Lynch on offense.
Right.
Riling guys up. Those are the two biggest alpha males in
Absolutely.
the NFL that you can have on the same team.
Absolutely. So,
Pay that man.
Pay that man. Pay that man. What else we got?
Last game, we had the Jets versus the Lions.
Now, I was impressed because your boy threw an interception.
Sam Darnold threw an interception on the first play of the game.
On the first play of the game.
Across his body, which he knows not to do.
Yeah, that was weird. You know you're not supposed to do that.
He knows not to do that. But then after that,
he kicked in, he settled
dropped
in.
back.
He only missed 4 passes for the rest of the game.
Right. And he dropped back and he bombed it.
Yes.
At least, I believe, 75 yards.
Yeah, the only thing I liked about Detroit were their new uniforms. Those were some hot uniforms. I gotta give them that. Them uniforms was hot.
I'm going to give Pat Patricia some credit because I believe that the defense will get.
That's right. He's from the Patriots lineage. Right.
So I'm gonna give him a couple of years. I believe the defense will be outstanding.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay. They gave up 48 points.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't say it was going to be a miracle work right away.
Okay, just saying.
Actually, a lot, like 7 new head coaches lost this week.
Okay.
So, it wasn't a good week for...
Wasn't a good week for
head coaches.
Let's talk some news.
Yeah, we got some NFL news real quick.
NFL news.
Dez Bryant is still a free agent.
Dez Bryant is still a free agent. What do you think about that? Did he throw some shots at the Cowboys?
He did because they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, they lost to the
Carolina
Panthers.
Right.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I feel like it's his attitude. They kind of feel like he's like a TO type of player, where like he's great on the field, but like off the field. And he's toxic. And first of all, the Cowboys looked like they needed him.
Oh yeah. They couldn't throw that ball down the field.
Dak looked like he was becoming like a
overrated.
Right. Or like just a rookie kind of.
Yeah,
it's like the rookie wall kind of. Right.
It seems like he's almost regressed.
Right.
In terms of the way he played in his rookie season.
I did not see Elliott out there at all.
Elliott was out there, but the play calling was terrible. They wasn't running the ball. You know what I mean?
And
they wasn't calling his number enough for me. Running backs gotta eat. They gotta and hopefully they break one.
And Dez did what he did. But I would like to say they're kind of petty.
But he took to Twitter.
Right.
And yeah.
But overall, I mean, I'm not surprised that he's still a free agent. The only team that was really willing to offer him a contract was the Baltimore Ravens.
I would have took that money. They offered him a 3-year deal. Right?
Yeah.
I would have took that money.
Yeah.
But remember, these
now
receivers get hurt all the time.
Now he's talking about he wanted to be a Patriot in the Washington Redskins.
Doesn't matter who he wants to be with. I want to be with the Knicks right now, making $15 million a season. Right? But you have to look and assess your skill set and availability. But I guarantee you, somebody's going to get hurt. This is a brutal sport. Right? Somebody's going to get hurt. And they're going to ring his phone. They're going to talk to his agent. If he stays in shape, he will then be ready to maybe go to a
But
contender.
is my comparison off about T.O., the T.O. type of thing?
No, he's not as bad as T.O. He's better. No, T.O. is a better player, but his attitude is not as bad.
But I'm
as
talking
T.O.'s.
about, I was talking about that. I know.
Nah. It's not as bad. What else we got going on here?
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell was out week 1 because
And
they
the
didn't
guy who was in his place ran for 135 yards.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So where's your leverage? Like, dude,
True.
my man he getting $135. He'll be making $800,000 a year.
True.
That might be tough.
But the game did end in a tie, which he went to Twitter.
And what did he say about that?
And he had some cryptic tweets, kind of like emojis and whatnot.
Absolutely. They're gonna need him in the long run. They know that.
Right. But I mean, are you gonna pay him?
The Pittsburgh Steelers do not have a history of paying people.
That's true.
They're one of them family operated,
That's
businesses. True. But remember, they also don't fire their coach. Like if you're a Pittsburgh coach, you got a job for 15 years.
Isn't that with the Bengals and Marvin Lewis?
No, I think the Bengals and Marvin Lewis, that's something else. We'll talk about that off camera. When we get that. But Pittsburgh, listen, Chuck Knowles held his job until he didn't need it anymore.
Right.
Bill Cowher held his job forever, and now Tomlin is holding his job. So they really about family there, but they don't.
Sorry.
They don't pay a lot of money out to these guys like that.
He's a running back.
Yeah, and he's a running back.
Right.
And you figure you can get a running back or maybe two.
That's why. That's why the Panthers got rid of Stewart.
Right.
And
where did he go?
He went to the Giants.
Okay. He's backing up. He's the starter for the Giants?
No, I think he's the backup.
Okay. He's got to be the backup.
Yeah. Barkley is there.
Oh, absolutely. And side note, Saquon Barkley had a great. He had an okay game, but he had a great run.
Right. He ran for, I believe, 68 yards.
Yeah, and that's our family, so we want to make sure we be good on his end.
Spark plug.
Yeah, so we can get them tickets and stuff. Yeah.
Adrian Peterson with the Redskins got his
100th
rushing touchdown.
Clap that up. Only the fourth man to do it at running back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's great.
Yeah,
You
looks
know
like
what I
he
mean?
kept his body in shape.
Kept his body. He's a freak of nature anyway.
True, as long as he doesn't lose his attitude.
Right. And I think he learned something from last year. I think he humbled himself.
Because I thought that the New Orleans Saints was a great fit for him.
Right. Absolutely.
Great fit for him.
Yeah. With Drew Brees, who's probably the second best quarterback in the league, how he could have used them in play action, and that could have worked. But his attitude was wrong. He got to Minnesota after game one, and he expected to go in and run the ball 40 times, and they had a game plan, and he stepped to Peyton and so he had to get him out of there.
Right,
Yeah.
and then ironically, Minnesota went on to the NFC Championship.
Ain't
without
that
him.
something without him?
So.
Sure.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, so should Cleveland start Baker Mayfield now? Because you told me that
Tyron Taylor got sacked 7 times. All right? He was inefficient.
Right.
Normally, I don't like to start rookie quarterbacks in the first season. I like to get them to watch the game.
Right.
Because the game is so mental, from the quarterback standpoint.
Right.
But this guy is a special kind of guy in terms of nothing phases Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
so
and his attitude is very key.
that's what I mean. So I probably would
Bring up the team. Yeah.
I probably would throw him in the mix and get that done.
And Daniel Ward had 2 interceptions in his debut.
And he had 2 interceptions in his debut?
Yeah.
All right. So he's doing his job. Cleveland should have won that game Sunday.
Yeah, but they was down majority of it, and then they started, slowly.
But you down, you got these wins. Y'all ain't won.
I'm gonna give Baker until week 5.
Week 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give Ty.
Because I think Tyrod Taylor is better than that.
Yeah.
Than he showed. So
exactly.
I don't like to panic in game ones.
And part of it also is going to be on the offensive line. You got to protect him better.
It's facts.
Gotta protect him.
Absolutely.
So 5 weeks, and then we'll see what happens.
5 weeks for that. Absolutely.
Jimmy G threw 3 interceptions in his. What is this? Like his
season debut as a starter.
Right.
As a. See, my thing with that is.
But it was a close game, but I didn't know he threw that many. Like,
Yeah, he threw 3 interceptions. I think he still had a pretty efficient game. But what happens is there's now enough tape on him. There's 7 games for other teams to scout now. See, before, we didn't know what he can do, and he'd come in the game, he'd win a few for Peyton, and then last year, you know, he was riding. I'm not Peyton.
I feel like he's blatantly just saying things now.
What's this guy's name?
Tom Brady.
Brady.
Yeah, I feel like he's just blatantly doing that. But
so, you know, he won a few games for Brady, and then he went to the 49ers mid-season, won a few games. But now, as a coach, I'm sitting back, I'm watching his tendencies.
Right, his movements.
And that, too, will pass because he's better than 3 interceptions.
Well, we'll see. They paid him a little too much for my liking.
Okay, all right. You count the next man's money now.
But I'm just saying. I mean, you know.
You know, I think we pay you too much on this show, but.
But I'm saying, like, you know, with Aaron Rodgers being behind, like, Brett Favre, and, like, if Brett Favre takes you to the Super Bowl, like.
Yeah. Well.
But, Cardinal signed David Johnson, 3-year deal, $39 million.
We don't know who that is.
Yeah, we don't.
We will find out.
Right. But,
David Johnson. We thought they was talking about Chris
Johnson, right.
But it's David Johnson.
Right.
He got $39 million. Let's clap that up.
That.
Yeah. Well, we just giving y'all the news, what's going on out here.
Yeah, man.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
All right. Well, we're back.
What are we talking about now?
Some NBA news.
NBA news. The NBA season is about a month away.
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
3 weeks a
3
month?
weeks away.
Okay, all right. Remember, it starts 2 weeks earlier now.
Right.
Right, they did that last year. So training camp will start 2 weeks earlier. So about 3 weeks away, and I'm excited. I'm
pumped about that.
I'm pumped.
We're gonna get like our 4th ring. Yeah.
Who?
You know who?
Man, it's over for the Warriors, man.
Don't
Boston will beat them this year if LeBron don't handle that business. We'll save that for show number 9 or whenever the show that will be.
But
tell me about the news. What's going on in there?
One of my favorite players, Devin Booker, he had hand surgery.
Okay.
And he'll be out for 6 weeks. So that's only going to be 2 weeks in basketball.
And it may just be the 2 weeks of the preseason.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you figure, because 3 weeks now in September left.
Right.
The first 2 weeks, so he may be, when the actual season starts, he may be ready.
Right. So,
but he's going to be out.
He'll be,
But why didn't he have the surgery as soon as the season was
I don't know. I wonder about that with certain NBA players.
Certain guys wait till the last minute.
Right. They wait until that. I think for the most part, they just try to get, like, the second opinion and say, like, all right.
Okay, before, see if they need the surgery.
Right.
And then I guess maybe he got the second opinion and it was like, okay, it is now time for the surgery. What else we got going on in the NBA?
Rodney Hood signs a 1-year deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, $3.4 million.
Clap that up. Got his money. And I think he's better than he showed because playing with LeBron, it really changes your game.
True,
you know what I mean? Like you go from a guy who's comfortable.
Which I would understand why he was upset and kind of in his mood swing.
But you're a professional. And had he played better, they wasn't going to beat the Warriors anyway. They made it to the finals without him. But I think now that LeBron is gone, you're going to see Kevin Love and all these other guys and Clarkson and all these guys just kind of relax. And I think I got Cleveland to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I got them in the 7th seed.
They're going to shock people. They're going to make the playoffs. And he got a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And then he'll hit the free agent market next year. And he's a cutter, slasher. He can make some money mid range.
Definitely.
He's not a top tier kind of player.
Thibodeau and the Timberwolves signed Luol Deng.
Luol Deng to a 1-year deal. They signed him to a 1-year minimums.
2.4.
Yeah, that's like the minimums, the veterans minimum.
Right.
And he's back with him.
Yeah, he basically with Thibodeau.
He just put the whole Chicago team back together.
Basically.
Yeah. I don't know what he.
I don't know why you would do that. We're in 2018. That squad was
2010.
Nah, I said we're in 2018.
No, but that squad was from 2010.
That's
right.
he might as well sign Noah
Right.
because the Knicks can release him.
Right.
Joakim Noah, sign him too, and just put the whole back squad together and think you can win games.
Right. In 2010, it was letting been. Dude,
Yeah. You can't throw lightning back in the bottle like that. But for 2.4, even if he just sits on the bench, he's a veteran who might be able to tutor some guys.
Right. Definitely.
So.
And Jimmy Butler might leave anyway.
Right. He's a poor man's Kawhi Leonard, but if you can't get Kawhi.
Is he a better offensive scorer than Kawhi?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just asking because,
Yeah.
But, okay. And then last but not least, Kevin Garnett loses $77 million.
Yeah.
He lost.
Now, I like Kevin. Kevin looks like a bright guy. How do you lose $77 million?
Yeah.
Now,
you was talking about, because for me, I was like, is that like a lot?
Listen,
like,
dude, $77 million.
Because I was saying the only reason why I was like looking at it like kind of like it's not that bad is because he's on Area 21 with.
He ain't making that kind of money.
But I know, but he's getting paid.
Dude,
he's doing commentary.
Check this out. If he had lost 7.7 over a 10-year span,
okay, yeah, then that.
out of he made 150, you go, okay, he got me.
All right.
77. Check this out. If you owe me $77, I'm leaning on you. Like, yo, you said today. So 77 million. Like, who does that?
Right.
How do you didn't check your accounts? You didn't.
Yeah, I don't. Man,
Like, you didn't go to like.
Because when you explained it to me yesterday, I was like, okay, this is better than I expected.
This is terrible, man. This is terrible.
And I was saying, I was making a joke. I was like, he must have been sitting down with his wife, and then like in the Straight Outta Compton movie,
Yeah.
when she was just like, yo, Jerry screwed you over, man.
Man, you are done.
Yeah.
Isn't his wife leaving him?
Huh?
Isn't his wife leaving?
After the $77 million loss, I'm leaving too.
Yeah, man.
His wife is leaving him. She secured her bag, whatever the rest of that money is.
How do you bounce back from that?
I don't know, because Area 21 is not paying you that kind of bread.
He's suing him
He's suing him, but
Okay.
for $77 million.
but guess what? I spent the money. Dude, you ain't gonna find it. That's like, what's his name? The dude who went to jail for all of years from screwing people in the banking industry. Madoff. 5 or 25 billion or something, and they don't know where none of the money is. Like, dude. So he's suing them. That means he found out, but I hope he can recoup some of that money.
Right.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
Alrighty, we are back once again.
We are back in effect. Shout out my nephew Seven in the building. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things.
Let's talk about this tennis.
Oh, Serena Williams.
Yeah, I was trying to name the event. Wimbledon.
Yeah, Wimbledon. Yeah, Serena Williams was in a match against Naomi Osaka.
Right,
Osaka.
Right.
She is Haitian and Japanese. They only talk about her Japanese part right now, but she is Haitian and Japanese. And her father is the Haitian, where she probably got her athletic skill from. If this was a science fair, I'd be like, Mom's, you're up with the Japanese stuff, you know. That wasn't nice. But,
yeah.
but anyway, it was a very good match. And the young girl got at her.
Right. Okay,
Naomi was getting at her now.
So, I watched the video.
Okay.
Watched the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And the first set, Serena lost 6-2.
6-2. Okay.
Right? Second set was the beginning. Serena was up 3-1.
Uh-huh.
And they was about to, go their separate ways to, serve and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And the judge, whose name slips me at the moment,
Carlos something.
Carlos something. Gave her a warning for coaching.
Okay.
And apparently, like coaching,
She
'cause
threw her thumbs up.
She threw her thumbs up at her coach, and she was like, "Pete," and then and then she's like, "Dude, I would never cheat. I would rather lose than cheat."
Right. Let's clap that up. Even though I was raised, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But I get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she even threw a child in there like, I'm a mother.
Right.
And, you know,
Boom,
got a
boom,
little,
got a little. And then
crazy.
she was saying, if I was a guy, you wouldn't even be talking about.
So
this.
she used the sexist card.
Yeah.
Threw that in there. Okay. Yeah.
And then the next serve, she serves. Naomi and her going back and forth. Naomi wins that set.
Okay.
I mean, that, serve.
So now it's 3-2.
Now it's 3-2, and then she threw her racket.
So then she threw the racket then.
Right, which is, I believe, a violation. as
Okay,
well.
that's a violation.
That's, so that's another penalty.
So that was a warning, a second warning.
Yeah, right, a second warning.
Okay.
And she's still talking about the first warning.
She was still heated, so she was off her game.
Right, she was already heated at this point.
Yeah.
She's still talking about the first one, like, oh my God. And then she was saying, you should apologize to me. Like, apologize, And then she called him a thief.
Ooh.
Which he was being too sensitive about that moment.
Okay.
me.
In your opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
she
males,
could have called you a way worse word,
right, she's
like
called him a
language.
thief, and then he took the point away.
And then you're right, and then
So why was, or did she call him a thief after he took the point out? Why would she be calling him a thief? What was he robbing her of?
because she was still upset about the coaching.
But she didn't lose no points for that. She just got a
No,
penalty.
but because of the racket, that's already 3 points right there. Like that's already
3 strikes.
three strikes, right?
Okay. I don't follow tennis that much.
Right. So I had to learn the rules. So it was
Okay.
coaching,
Uh-huh.
then it was the racket, and
Uh-huh.
then she
The
called,
thief.
and then the thief part.
So that cost her a point.
That cost her a point.
So what do you think? You think she deserved that?
I think she was emotional because she already. Let's say the 3 points don't happen. Like let's say the 3 strikes don't happen. She would have had a problem with Naomi.
Okay.
Off rip.
So was she covering up the fact that she was going to get spanked and got extra?
A little bit.
Or
to me.
was she fighting for women's rights?
A
'cause
little
she
bit
said
to me.
she
I
was-
feel like she was just covering up the fact that she was about to lose.
Both can be right.
Both can be right.
Right.
Can be right.
Now,
We'll discuss that on Urban X a little later.
No, yeah. That could be, yeah.
now you can right because I do think that he was excessively kind of getting at her a little bit because she was or to him she was out of control.
Okay.
I get the point about the coaching part, but I also feel like you was about to lose or you was about to have
hard time.
a challenge with Naomi for the first.
So, okay,
Yeah, right.
okay. So we're gonna give Serena the benefit of the doubt. She's a long-time champion,
And let's congratulate Naomi.
and
for
let's congratulate Naomi at the same time. Yeah.
She's getting ready to sign a $14 million deal with Adidas now.
Who?
Naomi.
She signed a $14 million
She's about to.
with Adidas.
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Rightfully
women will
so,
do. That's
She got 3.8 million off of the win.
okay. So she's in the money.
They
now.
getting money,
Yeah, she getting that.
but and it kind of just ruined her moment to just.
It did. It
know.
overshadowed her moment because Serena's crying. And
No, she's crying because they're booing her.
and they booing her, but Serena's crying
Right.
too, like, because I don't know what she was crying for.
Right. So
So it just kind of made it overshadowed her moment.
I mean, like on your whole, what you've heard so far, what do you think about the whole?
I can see it. I can go both ways. I can see how Serena can feel if I was a male, you wouldn't be treating me like this.
Right.
But I also can see the tea leaves might have been, the way Naomi was getting at her
Right.
caused some extra frustration because Naomi's the future.
Right.
Serena is on her way out per se,
And this was like
and it's another black girl named Stevens who's really good.
right.
So the future is here.
And this was like a young buck versus.
And she beat her
idol.
before. Naomi beat her before. That's Naomi's second time beating her, quiet as kept. So, but I think that was Serena's first game back after having a baby. So we
Right.
kind of just put an asterisk near that, like,
Right.
Serena probably wasn't really ready. But
Oh,
now, she's getting at her.
Yeah, like how I tried to put an asterisk next to Ronda Rousey getting whipped by Molly Holmes.
Absolutely.
I tried to, but it
but
didn't
it
work.
just is what it
It
is.
didn't work.
I put an asterisk near Tom Brady's last Super Bowl win. Because Pete Carroll and them should have just ran that ball in.
Wait, which one are you putting asterisk to? The Falcon one or
The Falcon won too. They was up 28-3. I'm gonna put a couple of asterisks. Just since we're talking asterisks. Yeah. So what else we got going on out here?
All right, yeah, we got some culture news.
Culture. Let's clap that up. Let's go
You're
to
listening to the sounds of the weight.
Station identification.
The world according
I'm gonna have to bring that one up a little louder. I see.
No problem.
All right. And now let's get into culture. What do we have? This
So we
is our
have-
gossip. This is our tea.
Right.
We usually have Odyssey. We'll cover this. So
Yeah,
by
but-
next week,
But you know, she's busy. She got
she's
school and
school
whatnot.
and homework. We'll bring her in to cover this tea.
Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Now, this was a long time coming. We knew that this was coming.
Beef in the streets.
So I wasn't really surprised. But it was Fashion Week, I believe.
Yeah. Hoppo fashion or something.
Right.
Bizarre. Yeah.
And it just kicked off. Like, she was like, oh my God, don't. She was, what did Cardi say? She was like, don't ever disrespect my daughter because apparently Nicki had been liking comments.
When
about,
other people were making the comments.
Right, other people making comments about Cardi's,
Child.
like, parenting skills.
And Nikki liked something.
And Nicki,
Which is like you making a statement yourself.
basically.
Right? Like if I say
right.
if Seven tweets that Tom Brady is a doo-doo quarterback and I like that statement,
Dude, we've been running.
that is like me saying he's a doo-doo
You
quarterback.
gotta, dude. We've been running for 41 minutes, and you still you haven't talked about.
No, I'm just saying. So yeah. So,
But yeah, basically, right. And it's just like, don't disturb my child, blah, 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 keep your child's name out of my mouth. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But you did have a good point, which was that wasn't the right place and time.
Yeah, there's a
to
time
handle
and
that.
place to handle those things. And
And-
I think also if she really wanted to get at her, she should have came up to her smiling with a hand out, like, hey, and then put that work
Right,
in.
because one of those.
Which makes me think this is all staged, sort of,
Okay.
like, for publicity.
Absolutely.
Because if I'm trying to get at you, I'm not going to... I know you got 10 security guards.
Right,
I got 10.
right.
I'm not going to start yelling as soon as I see you from across the room.
And
That's not going to...
speaking of security guards, how am I supposed to be protecting you and I accidentally elbow you in the face?
We don't know who elbowed her. Might have been Nikki's team. Somebody elbowed her. And let me tell you something about knots. Like, usually they take some time to develop.
Yeah, that's like a pop.
That popped up right away. That means she got clocked.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
And I will say, Nicki somewhat handled that with class.
Well, she was passive aggressive on her. So she was starting and then going, what?
Yeah,
That
that's
wasn't
true.
me. Look
That's
at
true.
her. She's
true.
crazy. You know, Nikki
That's
went
true,
off on
right.
her show.
Yeah,
you know.
and Nicki, Nicki was wild on her show. I didn't hear the whole part, but like.
But I'm also hearing Nikki is kind of,
She's a snake.
she's been snaking people in
She's-
the industry.
she's
Remy
a
Ma
snake.
said the same thing. Like, she's trying to, you know, stop me from getting my money. She's
Right.
telling people, if you work with her, I won't work with you.
Right.
And now it's coming back to bite her because the writing is on the wall.
And we always say this. The 3-year hiatus that she took, she wasn't supposed to take a 3-year hiatus.
Right. That was way too much time.
But because she's been dominant for like 8 years in a row,
She got cocky.
she right.
So who do you have in this fight? Like if they
Um,
see each other, like,
I'm taking Cardi. Nicki don't want that smoke.
yeah, I'm gonna take Cardi. Cardi from Highbridge. She from over my way.
Yeah,
she,
Nicki don't want that smoke.
she looked like, and then her dress fell off, and she looked like she didn't care because
Yeah.
she's a stripper. You know, it was no big
Yeah.
deal for
Right,
her.
right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna take Cardi in that.
Right.
But hopefully, because we should say something positive on your show. Hopefully, it won't lead to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Violence is not the way.
Right.
Say some good stuff.
And you want how you want to do this? Yeah,
We'll talk Mac Miller,
okay. All right.
who passed away.
Right.
I'm hearing some new developments in this, but before we do that, we'll pay our respects
Yeah, absolutely.
to him and his family. Apparently of a drug overdose.
Right.
However, I'm hearing that his house was scrubbed clean. This is what I'm hearing. And that he had no drugs in his system. Now, that could just be some rumors coming through the Twitter line. That was lunch. So it's something
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
But for the sake of an overdose,
Right.
we understand that these rappers today, they wildin'.
Right.
And I'm not a big Mac Miller fan, but I did know
And
his music.
Yeah, I didn't listen to his music, but I knew the impact that he left on the music industry and his fans.
Right.
I know what they're going through.
Right. And Ariana Grande,
Yeah, she's getting a lot of flack for no apparent reason.
and I think
To me.
that's bad because she tolerated as much as she could and tried to give him help.
Because they dated for 2 years.
Mhm.
She saw behind the scenes what he was really
Right.
doing at home and like around his posse. and whatnot, and it alarmed her.
It alarmed her.
And she was like, dude, you need to get help because there was, you know, it
Right,
was like,
right. And she tried her best to help. And then if you don't want to help yourself,
right.
it
You can't
becomes
expect others to help you.
it becomes a very hard
And
situation.
now
So,
they would blame it. And I'm like, dude, it's not,
so our condolences will go out to Mac Miller.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eye on the details about the autopsy
Right,
and things of
right.
that nature.
That's about to drop soon.
Right. John Lennon gets the EGOT award.
John Legend.
That's what I said.
Lennon.
I said John Lennon. Well, he's probably got the EGOT award. Alright. John Legend.
Right.
And the EGOT award, you may be asking, what's that, guys? Well, the EGOT award is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Let's clap that up again. The only black man in the history of the world
And he's the second youngest.
to get that, and the second youngest. So that means
Yeah,
he
that-
is multi-talented,
Absolutely.
and that's some amazing stuff.
And now it's in his name.
Now it's they named it after him. Is it the John Legend Award now?
No,
Oh, you mean
it's
it's-
a legend? Like,
Oh, right.
like
He's
it's
a
like-
legend.
Yeah, right.
I see where you was going with that. Legend. Yeah, that was. You're doing big things with that. So we want to big up John Legend
Yeah.
for doing that.
And I didn't notice how much behind the scenes he was doing. You
Yes,
know, like,
he's taking behind the scenes because that's where money is really.
right.
A lot of these scores, he's doing scores for movies
Right.
now, and that's putting him in a better position to express himself. So big up
Right.
to John Legend, whose first album was classic. Ooh, oh, that was some classic music. Huh?
First two.
I don't know about the second one. We can talk about that later. But now, Post Malone had some home invasion problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on with Post Malone? And I keep hearing his name. He
He-
left the MTV Awards and his plane couldn't land for 5 hours.
Right.
He was in a car crash.
Right.
And now
this home
this
invasion.
home invasion
This is
stuff.
in Cali.
Yeah, what's going on with this guy?
So, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say he has a hit on him, but like, I
Something
guess
is strange.
something is. Yeah, I'm guessing the industry. Some people in the industry are not really feeling him.
Mhm.
I know that 3 guys ran into the home and they was asking for him, and at the time
He wasn't there.
he wasn't there because he didn't live there
Okay.
anymore. And the people that was living there, they were like, "Dude, we don't know anybody named Post Malone."
Oh,
It was like,
wow. So they
But
didn't do their
they
homework.
did say that this home invasion has been happening around like this specific area around like.
Oh, okay. So it may have been random.
Right.
I mean, they know he lived there, or maybe
Right.
he used to live there. So
But it
this is
happened
just
to, like,
goons
Ray Sherman,
running up into.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
Other celebrities have gone through this process.
Oh, so these are goons running up on celebrities.
But overall, he has been in some sticky situations recently
Okay.
that I just can't really elaborate on because I gotta know the full story.
Okay. So the Australian cartoon that was done about Serena Williams
Right after the Wimbledon.
after the Wimbledon, a racist cartoons.
Open.
At the U.S. Open, that's what it is. You
Right.
keep saying the Wimbledon, it's the U.S.
Oh,
Open.
sorry. Right.
And that's a racist cartoon, and that was really bad. So we want to
Yeah.
boo him for doing that.
Yeah, they was extremely out of line.
Extremely. Do you want to cover Spider Man, or you want to hold that, or?
Yeah, I'll cover it real quick. That's like one of the best games I've ever played.
Really?
Yeah, I'm giving it like game of the year.
Game of the year, Spider Man.
Yeah, I've been playing that game for like 5 days straight.
Eli hasn't been doing any homework, any house chores. He's been
Yeah,
playing the game,
basically.
testing.
The way that you swing in New York City is wonderful. I've had like it kind of feels like one of those retro. They say that the best swinging game was Spider Man 2. So
Okay, so this tops that.
Yeah, and the graphics are wonderful. The way that they brought the whole city of New York into the game
It's amazing.
is amazing.
What about the villains?
The villains are dope. You have some Sinister Six.
Mm-hmm.
You have some brand new villains that will come into the game. I'm not gonna spoil it. That
Okay,
ending
we're not
part.
gonna spoil that for you.
But yeah, man. And then you can also play as Peter Parker as well. It's not just Superman.
Oh, that's a nice little
Spider-Man.
twist.
Like half and
You
half.
said Superman.
I said Peter Parker.
You said nothing. You said Superman.
You can
said
also
Superman.
play
Okay.
as Superman. So, no, you cannot play as Spider Man and Superman. Don't listen to
All right,
me.
see, this is why we have two
Yeah.
people on the side to help us out when we
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Sorry, you can play as Peter Parker and Spider-Man,
Right, right.
and a few other characters, not just Peter Parker. And I can't ruin it as much as I'm.
Oh no,
I'm trying
that, so out of 1 to 5, you give it a 5.
Yeah, 5. Classic game.
Uh-huh.
Buy the game, people.
By the game, we can clap down up. What about you want to go to the basketball, or you can save that one? We'll save that one.
Nah, it's real quick. I mean, the defense is ridiculously intense.
Explain what game.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. NBA 2K19.
I'm hearing the other game,
NBA Live.
NBA Live is
Yeah, they
making
have a
some
better.
moves.
They have a better. I would say they have a better storyline,
Oh,
but
okay.
their graphics is just like
Behind.
behind. Yeah.
This is nerd talk, yo. We're talking.
Yeah. So
we're talking
I'm
nerd
just
talk.
trying to. But NBA, I have specifically NBA 2K19.
Mm-hmm.
They cut off they stopped the cutting lanes so easily. So
Mhm.
it's like the CPU is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
They know when you're passing it, and the stealing is ridiculous. So like on an inbound pass, if you try to throw it to your power forward,
Mm-hmm.
your point guard or your shooting guard will automatically cut you off and just steal.
So
the
you
ball.
just played 7. How did that?
That went good, but it was difficult. Like it was hard to.
Who won the game?
He did.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
By 7. By 7.
Okay, 7 by 7. Okay.
By 7. Yeah, 7 by 7. Right.
Okay. Yeah. How's the music?
Music is good. Travis Scott did a good job. You got some Lil Uzi Vert in there. You got some pop music in there with like Halsey and Party Next Door.
Mm-hmm.
They have the nighttime setting in the neighborhood now.
Oh,
So you can turn
okay.
daytime and nighttime.
Nice.
Prelude was okay. It's kind of the same thing. But they did add the skipping scenes. So now you can skip the cutscenes if you don't want to watch the whole thing.
Okay. So that's an extra feature in there that wasn't in there.
And boxing out in terms of like point guards, because back in the day, like back in 2K17, you used to be able to back out centers. You can't do that no more. They can automatically jump over you and get the rebound.
Oh, because they should.
Right.
Okay.
So little stuff like that. They worked on their little tweaks in here.
All right. I like that. I won't be playing it.
Yeah, because you're like 50.
Yeah, because I'm 15. That's not what I do. But let's go through before we get to our predictions. I
Yeah.
beat you last week, 11-9. It was close.
Yeah, it was because I'm only down by 2.
It's close. You're only down by 2. The NFL power rankings this week has Philadelphia at number 1, New England Patriots at number 2,
Yep.
Minnesota Vikings at number 3,
Okay.
Los Angeles Rams at number 4. I'm not sure I agree with that. Jacksonville Jaguars at number 5.
I agree with that number.
Kansas City Chiefs at number 6.
Right.
Green Bay Packers at number 7. Pittsburgh Steelers at number 8. The New Orleans Saints at number 9. And Atlanta, who lost, comes in at number 10.
I didn't agree with the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 8 because it ended in a draw. And the Panthers, I think the Packers should be like.
But it's only after week 2, so,
That's
you
true.
know.
I think the Packers should at least be like 6 instead of 7.
Okay, all
They
right.
had
So,
a good performance.
let's get down to week 2 action.
All right. Make it
Our
moves.
Thursday's game, we have the Ravens against the Bengals. Who do you have in that game? Bengals are at home. Who do you have?
Ravens.
You have the Ravens in that one. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think the Bengals will get that done. Now, this is the division game. Panthers, Falcons. Falcons are at home. Who do you have? Oh, is it my go? I go first this one?
No. I'm just thinking real quick. Give me the Panthers.
You take the Panthers on the road.
Yeah.
Against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Falcons need this win bad. They don't want to go down 0-2.
Yeah, I like the Panthers.
Okay, that's an easy dub for me. I'm going to take the Falcons. And no team is going down 0-2 and have made the playoffs. I do think the Falcons want to be in the run and they're going to scratch.
Didn't we do that like twice?
We who?
Patriots.
Maybe the Patriots. Maybe. All right. The Colts against the Redskins. Redskins at home. They played well last week. Adrian Peterson looked like he has a new home. What do you think?
Who is it, the Redskins?
I'll go first this time. I'll take the Redskins.
And it's against the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, add me in on that.
Okay, got the Redskins. All right.
Add me in on that.
Texans, Titans in Tennessee. Texans going against the Titans. Who do you have?
Give me the Titans.
Take Titans. I think I too will take the Titans in that one.
Give me the Titans.
Eagles, Buccaneers. Eagles, Buccaneers. Eagles. Eagles didn't play well, but they got a 10-day rest now because they played on Thursday. But they're going into Buccaneers played well with Fitzpatrick. He put up 48 points.
Give me the Bucks.
You gonna take the Bucks?
Give me the Bucks.
I'll take the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles. I think the Buccaneers were an aberration, All right, Chiefs, Steelers in Pittsburgh. Chiefs.
Why don't you pick this one?
Okay, I'll pick first. I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I'll take Pittsburgh.
You take Pittsburgh on that one. Oh, that's good. That's a tough one. Division games. Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins won last week. Jets won that. And this is the Jets home opener. It's gonna be rocking.
I'm gonna take the Jets.
I too will take the Jets. I'm not gonna play with that. I think the Jets get that done. Chargers, Bills, Chargers. Let's not even play with this. We're both taking the Chargers. Vikings, Packers. Now this is another division game. They in your man's knee. Aaron Rodgers' knee might not be healed. He ain't gonna be able to pull that off against the Vikings
I took
defense.
the Bears. They should have won that game. They didn't. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
You take the Vikings?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Vikings too. I'm not gonna play. Yeah. I think.
Oh, you're taking the Vikings too?
Yeah. I don't think Aaron Rodgers on a sore knee against that Vikings aggressive defense.
I mean, I don't know if we should be doubting that bad man, but
Yeah. Browns. Okay. You don't even need to know who the Browns is playing. They're playing the Saints.
Oh yeah. That's a dub.
In New Orleans. Yeah.
That's a dub for the Saints.
Lions. 49ers. 49ers at home. Girafalo don't want to lose 2 in a row.
I'm gonna make a phone call for this one. 7, who you got in that?
So you're using the lifeline. Okay.
Lifeline.
Lions.
Who's the quarterback for Lions?
Stafford. They played terrible against the Jets.
I'm going to 49ers.
Yeah. I'll take the 49ers.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
I'll take the 49ers. Yeah. We'll take the 49ers.
Sometimes those
Cardinals. New quarterback. Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm not giving wins away.
Rams.
I'm not gonna do that. Patriots. I know who you got.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
They're going against the Jaguars. I'm gonna take the Jags.
Oh,
could have beat them last year.
I'm gonna take the Jags. They in Jacksonville. They want this.
I didn't know we had them week 2. God.
Yeah. Who you going? Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be the Jaguars had this circled on the calendar.
They didn't impress me last week.
No, that was week 1. Raiders, Broncos, divisional games.
And is Fournette coming back?
Fournette.
No, well, he had a sprain. He said he would be back. It wasn't, wasn't something very
he didn't
hard.
play like the second half of that game.
Raiders, Broncos, up in the Mile High City. The weather's crazy up there.
I'm taking the Broncos.
I too will take the Broncos. I think they get that done. Giants, Cowboys, Sunday night game. Giants at the Cowboys. Both of these teams need a win. This is a rivalry. I know I can. All my boys are Giants fans.
I'm taking the Giants.
Take the Giants on the road.
Mm-hmm.
On the road against Cowboys.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
All right.
See, exactly.
I'll take the Cowboys. Just kind of mix it up. And Monday night game, Seattle Seahawks against the Bears in Chicago.
Smash like first game in Chicago.
Yeah, with Mac at home.
I'll take the Bears.
I too will take the Bears in that one.
Bears.
So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games head to head.
Okay, so we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what. No. So let me ask you, where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And Snapchat, All at the Weight Podcast.
Right.
And It's been a fantastic first 2 episodes.
Absolutely.
Back. And I'm your host, Eli.
I'm just Dad, and we'll see you next week.
Next Tuesday. Boom.
Tune in for another episode of Music, Sports, Video Games, and Culture.
You are now
Peace.
tuned into the
We're
number
out.
one podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.